You wake up, you check your phone, go to work, make decisions all day, and you think you're in control. But what if most of those decisions were never really yours to begin with? Now, I'm not saying you're trapped. I'm not saying you have no control. What I'm saying is this: most people overestimate how free they are because they don't understand what's influencing them. A lot of people go through life with these values, these beliefs, these systems, these habits, and have no idea where they even came from. Freedom feels real. You choose what to eat, what to watch, what to buy. That feels like control. But just because you feel something does not mean it's true. Think about it for a second. How many of your daily decisions are actually influenced by external sources? There's this idea in psychology called the external locus of control and internal locus of control. Most of the general population exhibits the external locus of control, meaning that their actions are typically influenced by environment, psychological stimuli, behavioral patterns, culture, peer pressure. Even in adulthood, we still experience peer pressure. Now, there's a difference between having options and understanding how those options got there in the first place. Most people never question the second part. Your behavior did not start today. It started years ago. From a psychological standpoint, your brain is shaped by four main things: family, environment, culture, early experiences. Before you ever made a free choice, you were already programmed. Psychologists call this conditioning. Classical conditioning, associations. Operant conditioning, rewards and punishment. Over time, you learn what feels good, what to avoid, and what's acceptable. And you start operating inside those patterns without even realizing it. You ever wonder why you hold certain religious beliefs? In the moment that you decide to choose your own spiritual journey or own religion, it becomes an issue, especially for those close to you. But we all have freedom of religion, correct? The brain automates after this early stage of development has passed. It's not designed for constant decision making. It's designed for efficiency. This is the basal ganglia, habit formation. Repetitive actions, they become automatic. Once something becomes a habit, you're not deciding anymore. Even deeper, research shows a large percentage of daily behavior is habitual. You're not consciously thinking how you brush your teeth, how you check your phone, how you react to stress. You just do. So now ask yourself, is your behavior automated? How much of your life are you actually choosing? And you'll find that by the end of this video, you'll ask more questions about the choices that you make on a daily basis and how many of those choices are actually guided by internal or external influences. Neuroscience suggests something even more uncomfortable. Studies like Benjamin Libet's experiments, brain activity occurs before conscious decision does. Meaning, your brain may initiate actions before you're even aware of the decision. Then your mind steps in and says, I choose that. Sit with that for a second. So you have you and you, yourself and your brain. Or if we want to differentiate, your mind and your brain. Your mind is you, your brain is also you. Confusing, it can be. Not when you break it down to its finest parts. Your brain is the automatic decision maker, the filtration system. It gives you your emotions, your immediate responses, your reactions, your reflexes, and then you have the mind, the conscious part of you, the part of you that says, stop, let me assess, let me not react. The mind part of you is often overshadowed by the brain, and many people don't sit with this long enough to analyze their own behaviors. and figure out if their freedom is actually chosen or they're just operating within the confines of the systems that we have. Look at your environment. You're surrounded by ads, social media, algorithms, like I said before, peer pressure, peer influence. These systems are not random. They're designed to guide behavior. Example, you don't just decide what to watch. You're shown what to watch. You don't just decide what to buy. You're influenced before the decision even feel like yours. You don't make decisions in isolation. You respond to inputs. I realize this with myself. I'm less of an impulsive buyer. I'm more of a conscious buyer. I used to think that ads don't work on me. Lie. Just because I don't react immediately to an advertisement doesn't mean that the seed hadn't been planted. Because the moment I think of a purchase I need to make, I shit you the fuck not, that advertisement pops up in my brain. Even our phones, you'll be talking about something you need. Scroll on social media or hop on the web browser about an hour later and watch you don't see those exact products or services you were talking about show up on your phone. Let's put this all together. Your brain is conditioned. Your habits are automatic. Your brain prioritizes efficiency. Your environment is influencing you. And you still believe your life is fully self-directed. That's the illusion. It's not that you're controlled. You're heavily influenced in ways you don't recognize yet. That doesn't mean freedom doesn't exist. It just means freedom requires awareness. Real freedom is not doing whatever you want, reacting to impulses, following habits blindly. Real freedom is recognizing what's influencing you and choosing anyway. Most people do not make choices, they repeat patterns. Most people don't question their behavior because it feels normal, but normal doesn't mean chosen. The real question isn't, are you free? It's, how much of your life have you actually chosen? Once you reach that level of awareness, doors and opportunity begin to present themselves. You can choose your brand of freedom if that's what you want. Subscribe to reality.